Hello, everybody, and welcome back to our final episode of Cyberpunk Red Shattered Dawn. I am, of course, your GM, Matihi, aka Piper. I use they, them pronouns, and I am here being your lovely, lovely GM for this evening. Of course, welcome to Bat House. If you haven't been here before, where have you been? Please stay. We love you so very much. And there are so many more shows that are ongoing on this channel, especially upcoming this summer, but they will be announced soon. But for now, we have, of course, on Tuesdays, Itaewon by Night, so make sure to come on and check it out. They had a break this last Tuesday, but they're back on it this upcoming Tuesday. It's very exciting. And of course, make sure to, if you have a Prime subscription, you know that you do have a free sub every month. You know, you could drop it here. It'd be fantastic. But follows good too. Of course, I wouldn't be able to do this lovely, lovely game without my lovely, lovely players. So why don't we go through and introduce everybody, starting with B Zelda.
Hello all. My name is B. My pronouns are they, them, and if you are so inclined, you can probably find me online as bzelda_. I'm a podcaster, TTRPGer, human, not alien, probably. Don't quote me on that one. But I'm definitely looking forward to this finale because, like, anything is possible. Anything.
Anything is possible when you're a possible. Next up, we have Dare.
B, I love your I'm definitely not an alien shirt. That is drawing way more attention despite the shirt.
What?
Hi, I'm Dare, resident internet problem. I'm excited to be here. I'm so terrified for the end. I'm legitimately so nervous. I hope we all get out of here, but I am playing Checkmate, who is doing better. And I'm just hoping that I don't lose anyone again.
I'm hoping so too. Next up, we have Fabian.
What's up? Howdy. My name is Fabs, producer, creative director here at Badhouse RPG. I do comics, I do AP performances. You can find me in Rockets, Pens, or here. Tonight I'm going to be playing Badger. I don't know, Badger Mushroom. C.
Wow, that was a wild one. Hi everyone, my name's C. Use they them pronouns. You can find me making very trans, very gay art on the internet at C Plays RPG. Ask me about my alien story because I have one.
Oh.
But it'll take a while to explain. But let's just say, let's not even get into it. I'm not even gonna start. Tonight I'm playing Hal, who's fine now. They just need a little bit of vengeance and then they'll be fixed, actually, because that is definitely how grief works. So,
100%.
if you can't tell, I love lying. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so excited for the end. I'm terrified. I'm terrified. And I'll pass it over to our incredible GM to round us out for this finale.
So, without further ado, let us do a little recap of what happened in our last episode. Following the grief that had been flowing through the crew, taking some time to themselves individually, Checkmate decided to check that small chip that Dita had given them. Some sort of puzzle that had a reward at the end. As they slotted it in, they seemed to be in front of some sort of what looked to be a labyrinth. As they navigated their way through, they had found various friends who had assisted them along the way, finally coming to the center of the labyrinth itself, facing against some sort of tentacled creature who seemed to want something in exchange for entrance to the center. That final voice clip of I love you, keep going from Ash was given over before Checkmate was able to claim their prize. What was indeed a fabulous prize. It seemed to be a year paid and stay at kind of this corpo apartment, a very nice loft, 3 bedrooms. Most of the furniture already in there, including all beds, couches, some electronics, everything that's needed. Both Hal and Checkmate traversed to the area, claiming their home and deciding to go to an apartment that's about kitty corner to Mr. Sunshine's penthouse, only a couple floors beneath where the top of the penthouse was. And atop that penthouse looked to be some sort of helipad. Of course, Badger had snuck along following the two, and in so doing, along with Hal and Checkmate, ended up on the lease. Ghost, unfortunately, was a little bit disappointed that no one bothered to wake them up after Hal gave them some liquid melatonin to have a snooze. But they were, all their concerns were put to rest as they had seen the place and he was very enthusiastic about everything. The group had decided to have a grief dinner to mourn their leader, Red, inviting over both Dita and Rek to have a little bit of a talk with Hal as well. Though things were rocky at first, Dita and Hal started getting off on the nice good foot as they move forward now, hopefully mending their relationship. But there's a person who seemed to be missing in all this, a little bit occupied with some other achievements. Lavender.
Yeah.
During this time when they were off kind of grabbing various new homes and having dinners, where were you during that day?
I'll have you know that Lavender was just as busy, just as emotional, because he was reconciling some old, broken, stomped on, destroyed bridges. And that was in the form of Fuchsia and who is now known as Turquoise. They were a duo performer. They were like kind of involved with Lavender. We were maybe like, there's a bit of a thing happening and it got messy and then we separated and then I started doing better than them and they were upset. And then somehow they started to do better and then I kind of couldn't handle that. But through some conversation, some reckoning, and a literal loss of a friend, I think that has helped Lavender value life just like a teensy bit more, because when you realize that you can just lose your allies, your friends, just anybody like that, it's not worth being petty anymore. So he has spent his time catching up and it's been surprisingly wholesome.
Between you, Fuchsia, and Turquoise?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, how has that gone?
I mean,
What were
there was yelling,
Mhm.
there were raised voices, but not in anger, just in forgiveness and in excitement.
I think while you were kind of out, of course, the two of them seemed a little bit hostile at first, questioning why you would approach them all of a sudden. Almost for them, out of nowhere. But I think kind of sitting down, having some conversations, raised voices, blame getting shifted around constantly. I think finally Fuchsia had kind of put their foot down to make sure that the group of you, at first I think they tried to, but ended up getting heated, and I feel like it was probably you who kind of led this.
I think so.
Led this kind of rejoining or rejoicing of the group. Turquoise does look to you, and it's very kind of smooth but lilting voice. I look to you and say, "So, are you interested in getting the band back together, or are we still separate but friends?"
I would love to get the band back together. It's kind of lonely on that stage, you know?
And Turquoise looks over to Fuchsia. Two of them will kind of confer silently with each other before you realize they probably have subvocal communicators. And they look both nod. Oh, I guess two more on yours.
I mean, I know I take up a lot of space.
Turquoise says, you too.
Worked really hard to do that, but if you two would really have me back, I don't even know how I could ever thank you. I mean, I have a couple of gigs coming up if you want to join me.
We'd love to. We have some as well. Though, I think comparing gigs...
They look again to each other and look back to you. Honestly, yours are bigger.
I've got a good agent.
Yeah, you do.
Like, person agent. yeah, you know what I mean.
I think the three of you kind of shake hands, but the two of them do go in for a hug at one point. Pincer move.
The awkward, like, oh, no, it's okay, and it's happening. Hugs from both sides. Okay.
Yeah, it's a little bit sweaty. You get both like fuchsia and like turquoise makeup on you as they wear heavy eyeshadow. That's
I was
very
wearing like a
bling.
white jacket. It's just, a little orange, blue.
Yeah, just
a little bit of red lipstick.
As I think you kind of spend the day with them, but the next morning you finally look at your agent as your agent does chime and say, Lavender Rust, it seems as though you have a few communications from your group.
Oh, dang. Yeah, okay, what's up? Just read them to me. Also, my agent, you sound so much more smoother. I thought you were like, were you the bubbly one, I think, is who I had before?
What's the bubbly one? Look, I had an upgrade recently. I'm just trying something new.
Yeah, sure, okay. It's fine. It's too
Okay,
early
I
to
can
care.
go back to bubbly if you want.
No, this is fine.
Okay! I'll read you your next messages. It is 1567892L.jpg.
Can I open?
Yeah, so you pull up your agent and you look, and it looks to be a number of photos, and of course they're all just numbered. And you see it looks like some sort of corporate apartment. Really beautiful. Kind of has like raised vaulted ceilings. It has like a little upper area, like a loft that goes into the kitchen. Very open concept. And you see pictures of what looks to be a bit of a dinner going on, as it looks like Ghost had sent you photos. And you see that Ghost had messaged you a lot saying, hey, where are you? Like, you need to come here. Here's the address. Where are you? We're having dinner. I made stuff.
Oh.
And then you see a picture of Ghost. They took a little awkward selfie, and they have a little oven mitt on their hands and wearing this pink apron.
Save that one. After all of those messages, I'm just going to respond, LOL, okay.
Takes a while to get something back, but eventually Ghost, it's rare for Ghost to communicate in like words over text.
Mhm.
So you just see Ghost kind of type in, here's the address, come here as quick as you can.
Fine. There'll be a response back of a selfie with fuchsia and turquoise. What are those, like, so if we're kind of referencing like awkward selfies, it's the one where like you didn't quite make enough room for all three people, so it's like the Lavender's like eyeballs and forehead trying to make a peace sign, but you only get like the tips of the fingers, and then fuchsia and turquoise look amazing, but it's just mostly forehead on Lavender.
I love that so much. And you just get some laughing emojis from Ghost.
And then yeah, I'll be on my way.
All right. So you eventually arrive, and we'll say in this case everyone's home. It's kind of the morning time after the party. Both Jita and Rek had headed out, heading back home after the dinner. And you arrive, you have a kind of a clearance pass to go into this very beautiful, it's dark walls and almost these kind of greenish yellow lights that are very soft on the eyes in this vaulted walkway. As you walk through, there seems to be kind of an attendant who's there who looks you over and gives you a small nod. You go through what looks to be this digital scanner, and it kind of glows green, saying that you're clear to enter into the corporate apartments. Heading up the elevator, it eventually arrives to what looks to be a very long hallway with 3 doors. You heading down to the very end unit, opening it up and seeing this beautiful, spacious, very, again, just the height of luxury, especially something that you think, especially with the height of your career, definitely deserve a space like this. This is meant for you.
The windows in this place, beautiful.
Gorgeous. They kind of bubble out a little bit too. Kind of stand and look down if you want to. I don't suggest it, but you can.
Maybe I'll just appreciate the flooring in here. Like, wow, what great, I don't know floor words, but wonderful floor types.
It's like the closest to real wood you'll get in Night City.
Yeah, okay, that's luxurious. Hardwood floors in a world that is not really producing trees is luxury.
Mm-hmm. And you see your crew there.
So, we renting this place? Also, hey.
Hey. No, I happen to won in a contest. So, it's ours for a year. I'm working on maybe making that a reoccurring loop thing, so they just kind of don't check it.
Wait, you won you won this? You can win? It really? This isn't a
If you're
scam?
the best net runner in the city, yeah.
This feels like a scam. Are you actually? And like, Lavender's gonna try and like really take a look around to like all of a sudden he's not feeling super safe in here. This is art. Like, is there documentation? Have you had a lawyer look at that?
Yes, there's documentation. I've already swept through it, making sure there's no bugs. I promise. It's clean. It's ours. Well, mine, but it's ours.
Well, our names are on the lease too.
Is my name? Did you forge my name?
It's okay, mine's not on the lease either.
You weren't there in the moment, and I didn't really have a lot of time to think on it.
Probably for the best. I have no idea where or what my credit is. Never had to look. Do I have a room?
You do have a room
Well,
down the hall on the left.
Okay, is somebody gonna? Can I get a tour? Does anybody want to stand up and like really greet me, or are you all just gonna?
I
sit
can give you a
around?
tour if you want. Or Badger, we can give him a tour.
Roger
I'll
comes
get
out
up
of his room. He's wearing one of those like face altering like tech that has like a projection.
Oh,
And it's just a cat face. Like a weird CGI cat face that's projected over his face. And he turns it off. Yeah, I can give you a tour.
oh, perfect.
Oh, because the cat. Yeah. Good one.
Yeah. No, thanks.
So, I think there might be one issue. Because Badger, you're in one room and I'm in the other room. And Hal and Checkmate are in the other room.
And this is only a 3-bedroom
Yeah?
yep.
place.
I mean, I could always stay in my car.
You're not making you stay in your car.
No, I think that sounds like it might be the answer.
No, Lavender, just... If you want to share, we can share.
Okay, but I have a king-size bed that I'm gonna move in.
Okay, well, there's already a king-size bed in there, too, so you can move in yours.
I mean... You know what? Shrek back.
Just like that
I'm not
smile.
gonna make that joke. Nope.
Curious.
You can type it. That's okay.
Never mind me.
We've
Continue.
learned our lesson.
Dang. But yeah, I think some back and forth then. Lavender will eventually concede and share a space with Ghost, but like Lavender has so much crap. Just a lot of like musical equipment that kind of gets used but might be dusty.
Yeah, so I would say you like haul your stuff. Like there's a montage of you just moving all of your things into this room. And I think Ghost still has like their corner with the various stuffies and such, a little kind of blanket, cute little blanket fort that he has as well.
Yep.
But the one thing that I don't know if you had seen before, but it's a bit more prominent now that, you know, he has more space to decorate. You do see what looks to be kind of an old, very worn, used, but loved guitar
Ooh.
kind of in the corner.
I mean, that's if Lavender will kind of strut over and pick it up without asking and kind of give it like a bit of a whistle, like, "Wow, what this is beautiful."
Oh, thanks. I won it a few years ago.
Where are these contests that y'all are winning these things?
Oh, you just gotta like go out and look for them. You're busy with your concerts.
I assumed every contest ever was a scam.
I mean, most of them are.
Yeah.
Patrick, close our door.
There's like a button and the door closes. Just.
Guess we really didn't have to do that, but.
Okay, and opens it again. And the door opens. You're like on the other side, Badger. The door closed, and then the door opens.
Then I close it again. And I think that happens like maybe like a few times, and then.
And Checkmate
like-
Hal, you two are like in the living room, and you're hearing. Boop, 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 boop. It's the door.
Do you think we should stop them, or?
They'll tire themselves out, I assume. We'll talk about the mission when they're done and acclimated.
Give them a second. Let them live in the moment.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice.
A few more sounds to the door. Oh, okay, Ghost. Is this? Oh, is it an electric guitar or an acoustic guitar?
It's both.
Cool.
Yeah.
Can I? You mind if I pluck at it?
Yeah, go ahead. Tuned it last night.
Nice. And I'm gonna take it out into the living room, and Lavender will kind of. Do we have like a sectional? What are we talking here for like seating?
Yeah, you've got like I would say this kind of like circular. It's a very it's kind of like a set-in floor for the living room, and there's like this cute kind of half circular couch. Sectional-esque. There's like a little circular table in the center, and then little half circle couch that's there. Very comfortable fabric when you sit down. It doesn't swallow you, but it's got a nice bounce to it.
Okay, perfect. And yes, I'm just gonna sit there and hang out with everybody else while I pluck at some of the chords.
And Ghost comes out and takes a seat. I think after listening for a few moments, eventually just kind of looks at both Checkmate and Hal and Badger, kind of almost in a bit of anticipation about who's going to bring it up.
Hal seems to be counting like the bones on the tattoos of their hand, and then like rolling through every one of their joints, kind of going through this mental checklist where it's like a grounding practice where they count every single one of the bones in their body, just one by one. They go through them all. And then once they're done, once they've gone from metatarsals to normal tarsals, technically. That's so silly. Once they've gone from metatarsals to tarsals, crack their neck, lock eyes with Ghost. Well, we ready to kill a son of a bitch, or?
Yeah. Oh, and will gesture to Lavender for kind of attention, and then point out the window at a building that's just across the way. Says, "Do you know what that is?"
Do I? I kind of
You have no. I mean, it's a building. It's got reflective windows.
It's got those windows I check myself out in. Should I know something about that?
Yeah. Well, no, but yeah. That's where Mr. Sunshine is.
Oh, shit. So this place was part of... Okay, yeah, no, I think
Happy
that-
accident.
Huh. Well, what are we gonna do about it?
Kill him.
Brought most of my weapons. We have any kind of plan? What are we thinking?
Well, there's pretty much absolutely no way that we go down out of our door, walk across the street, and go in through those doors. And Hal kind of gestures down. So, we're thinking perhaps something of an aerial approach.
Do you really not think we can just walk in? You don't think that I could just find a way to get us walking in there?
We could hardly walk into 6th Street without shooting off a couple of rogue bullets. I think that walking into a corpo tower is going to pose a lot more of a threat, considering that they have our names, informations, credit accounts, and, well, I would say that they'd be on the lookout for our faces as well.
Oh, that's what these are for. Badger produces 4 of these kind of facial obscuring kind of like 3D masks that you just put here, and then once you turn it on, creates like kind of a block of the field of vision of your face, so it basically scrambles.
You're asking me to not show my face.
I'll leave
Just
the
as long
cameras.
as you can bear it.
Also, can I have done a interface check to record a bunch of blank footage of the building across the street?
Ooh. You know what? Yeah.
Of static footage.
Just like in like the lobbies and such.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. In the elevator, lobbies, stairways.
8 plus 4, so that's 12 for interface.
I would say that's the DC that I set too. I love it. Yeah, so you are able to record enough footage basically for an hour of each, just on a loop. So you've got plenty of time. You got the elevator, the entryway, the hallways, to the penthouse itself, and the staircase.
Yeah, so I turn my my cyber deck around, which is a physical cyber deck, and show them the footage. It's like I took a loop of hallways, walkways, elevators, so we can move around like ghosts. And
Good
yeah.
work.
So yeah, that's kind of covered. And lastly, can I have found an AV, an aerial vehicle in our building that we can steal, that we can jack?
Ooh. I'm gonna say in this.
Could I help
case-
with this potentially?
Ooh, yeah. What do you think would be helpful in this case, for skill-wise?
I just leveled up my tactics. If
Ooh,
that's something that you
go
would
ahead.
want.
Yeah.
Okay. Bark, bark, bark. Don't fail me now.
How'd you do?
Did I crit fail?
I don't understand.
I don't know.
Oh, that's what that means.
So to this roll, unfortunately, you're gonna take a -2.
It's okay.
Ouch.
Please roll me electronic/security tech. if you could.
It's okay.
Me or Badger?
Badger.
I have a Tech of 7 plus 6 minus 2, so that's still plus.
That's pretty
so
good.
Plus 4.
Hmm.
Plus 8 again. I rolled an 8. Plus 4, that's 12. Plus 7, that is 19.
Very nice. So even though Hal had this idea of like how we get it, you like rolled out a map and you like drew a bunch of diagrams and stuff, and it's like, this is how we get the AV on the roof.
They drew a bunch of bones.
It's just like this, the femur is you, and
So
Just
how I imagine it is I take Hal's advice and I go there, and apparently like all of a sudden I just run into an attendant, and while we're staring at each other I just punch him out cold, and then I just like walk to the AV
Love
and
it.
kind of get the biometric thing for a lock, so I can come back and just do it again once we're ready to like jack this AV.
I love it. Oh my goodness. So it is kind of this like very almost kind of this onyx colored AV kind of at the top. It almost looks like someone repurposed like a trauma team vehicle. Like just spray painted over it and they're like, "Ah, it's mine now. No one will notice." And you've taken that.
Okay. Amazing.
Right. Is there any other prep that anyone else has done or tried to do? Because you've also got some time if you want to take, like, maybe some days after this conversation and continue your prep.
I can't remember if I did this, but I would like to see if I can know where the roll interface to see where like the access points will be to get in when we're over there.
No problem. It's a little bit more difficult, specifically to the penthouse, just because there's like the reflective glass, it's fairly far, that sort of thing. But you can go ahead and roll me an interface check.
Beautiful. Oh, damn, that was pretty solid. I rolled a 9 plus 4.
Nice.
Yeah, so
Oh,
13.
13. Even with the distance, I think with your skill, you kind of create kind of this a transceiver of some sorts just to extend your range, and you're able to kind of get or at least figure out where the nodes are to connect once you're in there. As you kind of look out for them and you sense them, there's something unnervingly familiar about it. Little tingle in the back of your head.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Is there anything I can do to further investigate that bad vibe I'm getting?
In terms of this, you'll most likely have to be in the area.
Okay.
Most likely, at least in the ground floor, to try and access that.
Okay. I might see if I can buy me a new cyber deck then, or something.
Can I actually assist with that?
Yeah.
Because
Buying a new cyber deck?
yeah,
Or-
because cyber decks are native to Kabuki, right?
I think so, yes.
And I have specialty in my home, which is Watson.
Nice. Well, go ahead. Roll me the local expert, your home.
So into 8 plus 6 and plus 3. So 8 plus 9 is 17, right?
Yes, it is. So it's not hard. You find a fixer who can hook you up, someone who's kind of adjacent to Wakako. But Wakako's a bit busy currently, unfortunately. But you do find someone who's able to sell Checkmate a new cyber deck for 10% off as well.
Oh.
Probably done some work for them before, that sort of thing.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I am fixated on the fact that, like, Badger gave us these mask things. Like, can we decide who or what we look like, or is it just really meant to not be read by the
Yeah, pretty much.
cameras?
Are you just gonna look like yourself?
Part of me really wants,
Just
Or-
just the scar on the other side.
right?
That's not me.
Or, like, if there's, like, a really important person in the building, like, not the CEO, not the whatever Mr. Sunshine is, but, like, a couple steps below. I'm like, what are tiers in this kind of a building? Like, the vice.
The
something.
vice person. The vice
That guy.
assistant
Yeah.
to the regional manager.
Mhm.
Mr. Shroot. No. You get into, let's say, actually, why don't you roll me conversation, persuasion, local expert, anything along those lines that you think would be good for kind of business, for bureaucracy, for connecting you to someone kind of higher up potentially. Or
Persuasion.
that's very good.
Ooh,
I was gonna
with an
say
18.
you can also roll me. I think you can kind of schmooze your way in, but also roll me your roll ability as well.
Oh yeah, my charisma something or other.
Yeah, charismatic impact. Yeah.
I feel like I should have been boosted. I think I set it really low at some point, and I don't know what to do about that, but it's fine.
So 10 is a success, as it turns out that Mr. Fitzgerald is a big fan of yours. He's got like a little office, works from home in there, doesn't bother going into biotechnical offices, and has like posters of your concerts up everywhere. He's got like the vinyls, all the CDs, just everything. Every single piece of merch that you've ever purchased, this man has.
A lot of merch.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money that this person has given me, and it's beautiful. But I think that's probably the ideal person to impersonate. With this, like, given the context and in the situation, just it's always nice to have a scapegoat and pretend to be somebody else that's already working here.
I love that so much.
Sorry to my loyal fans.
That's perfect. Yes.
I would
What
like-
I need.
Please go
You're
ahead.
good.
I would love to do some evil science.
Oh, what would you like to do?
So I think at some point Hal returns to the alleyway where everything went down to look for their scalpel, which they had thrown at Mr. Sunshine and had got him with, presumably. And they very carefully are going to take it, put it in a little bag.
I would say, can you actually roll me a luck check?
A
Roll me
luck check?
Roll me a D10. I want to see if it's still there.
Oh, God. Okay.
Roll me a D10.
I rolled a 6.
A 6. Your luck is a 6. I will say this is a success.
Oh, okay.
So you do somehow, you find it like in a corner. You don't know how, well, I mean, it's very small, so most likely it's just been missed just with the other like piles of rubbish and other stuff that's in the alleyway. But you do find your scalpel.
Scalpel, one could say.
Scalpel. Yeah.
Oh, thank God. And Hal takes it. It's probably been contaminated at least a little bit, but they only need a touch of blood left, if it still has any on it.
Got some
And-
dried blood on it.
Yeah, so I have a couple levels of skill and resist torture drugs. Don't worry about that too much. I also have a couple levels in theoretical fringe science. I would like to make a poison that is perfectly suited to corroding his blood in particular.
I love it. Oh my god. Okay, roll me.
Don't worry, Hal is allowed to have a little freaky science as a treat.
Roll me. I'm gonna say we're gonna roll both. So roll me some theoretical spicy science, please.
Okay, that I can do. Theoretical spicy science. Here we go. Did that work? Did it go?
Yes, that is a 16. Let's say you have a
16.
+2 to this next check.
Okay. Which would be for resist torture and drugs.
Ooh.
Or something else, potentially, to make the poison.
We'll say resist torture. Yeah.
Love that for me.
15, so that's a 17.
17.
So you take some time, and you think you've concocted the perfect poison in this case. You potentially try some. There's no effects on you. You're okay. But you think potentially applying this, maybe getting it mixed in the blood, will do some bad stuff to this gentleman.
Yeah, I fully coat all of my bullets in it.
Hell yeah, you just soak them, just like in a Ziploc
Yeah, Hal's
bag.
like fully doing some like fucked up science in the corner, like in the kitchen. Like they're doing some fucked up stuff. They've got like a microscope and everything. But that's how they prepare.
Dang. Is there anything else you'd like to do before the approach? Okay. Yeah.
I feel like I feel like we should say some words before we go in. It only feels right.
I think with that moment, Badger just asks everyone, "Do you really want to do this?"
Is there a choice?
Yeah. We can go to the bar and just drink.
I don't think we'd be able to get work in this town without doing something like this.
Yeah. I feel like though, I mean, I want to kill Mr. Sunshine desperately.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I don't think that the resume of breaking into a corpo penthouse and tearing it up would look bad. I think it'd be pretty good.
Not only do I not have a choice, but I also want to. He has something of mine that I need to get back. And I want to do this.
Okay.
Badger, are you gonna be okay?
Yeah.
If at any moment you feel like you need to pull out and your heart's not in it, your head's not in it, I would rather you get out safe.
No, I just think that we deserve better.
Mm-hmm.
But Hal, if you need to get this thing back, then I'll help you. We'll help you. I'm scared. Not gonna lie. It's scary stuff. But
Thanks, Badger.
he just nods and says, like, I guess they say fear keeps you alive, right?
Yeah.
while waiting for anybody else to say something, Badger starts texting Rebecca and telling the details of when it's going to happen and when the distraction is needed.
You just see uppercase, fuck yeah, coming to your phone.
Yeah. Hal sends a message over to Valkyrie as well.
They eventually send you over a message, and she says, I'll be at the sniping spot soon. I found a nice little nest.
They send a bird emoji back as confirmation.
They send a thumbs up. One more thing that you see as you're texting Rebecca Badger, you see a message from Judy kind of pops up on your agent, and the kind of initial message just said, don't be mad. And then there's a little ellipsis.
What did you do? Question mark.
And see, Judy messages back, I took your bite.
And question mark.
And you see an and then you see a picture loads up, and it looks like your bike. And looks slightly different. It's almost like the wheels are kind of on this almost like a gyroscope a bit. And you see Judy says, I got someone to do some upgrades. Someone from the Mox owed me, and thought you might like this.
Cool. I'll let you know how it goes.
And just sends back a don't die.
I
I
hope
still
not.
need you.
And then I type so the ellipsis comes out. That it disappears, then comes out, then disappears, then comes out, and then I just say, I'll be fine.
You don't hear anything from Judy besides a little heart emoji to your message. And you get a notification eventually that your bike is parked in the parking garage below.
I'll handle that, like, at some point.
All right. Is there anything you'd like to do before storming the castle? Are you ready to go?
I feel like it's time.
All right.
Once we roll in, we get into the AV, I'm gonna ask Ghost to help me transfer my comms system from the car to the AV. Bring my bike on. Just wait for the rest to board and jack this AV.
Amazing. So you all get on board. Communications array is transferred. And as you begin to take off, can you please roll me a pilot aircraft? Check, please. Pilot air vehicle, I'd say.
I leveled that up too.
Heck yeah. Thank God.
Okay, 4 plus 10. It's 14.
14. It's a bit rocky. You all have to hold on, buckle in, as the takeoff shakes a bit. Are you going during the day or at night?
Good question. I'm gonna throw that to the crew.
We don't want
Dusk.
the entire office, bumping with people, so like, dusk seems good.
Yeah, I think right before traffic hits.
All right. So you kind of fly out as the sun begins to set. The various colors of oranges and purples beginning to show kind of on the horizon before getting kind of cut out by the various lights of billboards. And you begin to fly over. Can you please make me a stealth check as you're flying?
This stealth check. Can I add my moto rank to
Yeah.
this?
We'll say yes.
Stealth is dex. This is on a vehicle. Do I use reflex or dex?
I will say in this case, yeah, we'll customize it a bit. Let's say you roll. Roll reflex, yeah. Or use reflex instead, I should say.
Okay. So I got a +2 to stealth. +7. 7 plus 11, that's 18.
Nice.
Very nice. Did you crit?
No. I rolled a 7.
Oh, gotcha.
And then yeah, my reflex is 7 plus moto 2 and then 2 for the stealth.
Fabulous. Yeah, so you are easily able to very stealthily kind of hover. It's not a far travel.
I
over
actually go
a long way.
Yeah, I go around to avoid suspicion.
All right, so you kind of take the long way around, eventually arriving, settling down. It seems like whatever vehicle that was previously here is gone. You're able to land safely and soundly atop the helipad, parking yourselves and seeing what looks to be an entrance in front of you. The kind of the dark is starting to overtake the light as more traffic begins to pick up downstairs. And you get a message, Badger, from Rebecca that just says, "Let me know when." And
I'm just
ready to go.
Yeah, I'm just gonna message burn this shit down.
You all start hearing a commotion from way low. What sounds like a car skidding off and smashing into a building. You start to hear screams kind of flow up from the street. Another car crashing. It sounds like explosions as a kind of this fireball springs up beside the building.
Oh, dang.
It's almost as if you can hear this cackling coming from below as well. This mayhem begins to engage.
And while that's going, I'm just gonna follow up the text of be safe, get out before you get pinned down. Good job. Worth all my money.
There's a string of words that's sent to you with a lot of expletives. It is hard as it's kind of text to speech. Lots of things are not accurate as Rebecca is kind of talking on the fly and trying to message you. It is just like garbled at this point, but you think that she's okay. You see a door in front of you. It looks to be kind of this mechanized locking system of various bright LEDs on the top and the side, kind of illuminating this entrance.
All right. For red.
Red.
For red.
Yep. Fred.
Right, who's breaking in?
I mean, let me look at my break-in skills in particular. I'm usually more of the people person.
You took the face of one of the workers there. I will say that there's like a scanner that's there that's kind of like a facial recognition scanner.
Oh, how lucky.
Mm-hmm. So you kind of lean down, goes up, scans your face, and says, "Welcome, Mr. Fitzgerald." Door swings open. You see the hallway go down. It looks to be a staircase that's leading to the left, as well as an elevator at the very end of this hall.
Okay, I'll take a quick glance behind me. We have like the schematics of this place, right? Like the map.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm just gonna walk confidently. And just let me know if I'm going in the wrong direction. And Lavender will turn around and start confidently walking like he belongs here.
I'm gonna start the loop on the security.
You start looping the security. Make me one more interface check, please, as you do this.
Okay. 4 plus 4, 8 plus 8, 16.
16. Yeah, you are easily able to overtake. Whoever's in the security room has no chance in accessing anything now, camera-wise. As you begin strutting, do you take the stairs or do you take the elevator? As you know, it's one floor down.
Stairs.
So you make your kind of way down the stairs itself, opening the swinging door to the penthouse hallway, where you see there looks to be a room both on the left and the right, knowing that Sunshine's room is on the right. As you look down there, the group of you see milling about what looks to be 4 individuals, very much less equipped than the people who kind of stormed the van. These people look to be kind of, hired, maybe piranhas or something like that, just kind of simple gangers that are just kind of milling about, picking their teeth, leaning against the wall. Almost looks like Sunshine had to hire just outside the company. I haven't seemed to notice you yet.
I actually wanted to do something to the elevator, if that's possible.
Yeah.
Can I interface and potentially access the elevator? My range goes up to 8 meters now, so
Heck yeah, go ahead.
beautiful. So what do I do if I get a 10 on a roll?
You roll the d10 again, just once more, as you explode. You can only explode once.
So that is 15, then plus 4 for my interface, so 19.
19. Yeah, you easily get into the elevator, and you see that if someone got into the elevator who was not supposed to be there, there'd be some sort of trap, kind of a gas that comes out. So you kind of easily hack into the elevator. What are you planning on doing?
I think I'm just going to have it set so the next person or group of people go in here, it just reacts as if that is bugged, and it'll just trap who's ever in here.
All right,
So I think I send it one floor down to the floor that we are on with Mr. Sunshine, and I just hit everyone on the agent. No one use the elevator.
Nice. So you send it down, the group of you take the stairs, you see those people at the end of the hallway. They seem very kind of laissez-faire currently.
All right, boss, are you gonna tell those chums that it's time for their lunch break, or?
I think so. Seems like they need to go home early.
They'll turn around to face you. Hello?
Is there any reason that you 3 fine gentlemen are lingering after hours?
There's 4 of us.
Oh, excuse
But,
me. My counting
yeah.
skills are not why I get paid.
They look you up and down suspiciously and say, well, you're not the one who's paying us, so, you can fuck off.
And this is how you're gonna talk to me? Do you know who I am?
You know who we are?
I have no idea who you are.
Exactly, we don't know who the fuck you are either.
Why, I never. And I just
Never
wanna
what?
keep them distracted. I just
I
want to keep them distracted so, like, my team can go through and take the shots that they need to, free of any kind of defenses. I don't know if there's, like, a distract roll. I don't think so. Can I roll, like, conversation?
Yeah, roaming conversation. Perfect. No!
Oh, wow.
And they're like, you never what? They start drawing their weapons. They're like, I don't think you're supposed to be up here either.
And anyone want to use a reroll? Anyone?
Oh, we have rerolls? Is that a thing? How do I reroll again? Can
Oh,
I? Am I
channel
allowed-
points!
Channel points.
I got you!
Okay, I'm about to say, are we still allowed to abuse the channel points mechanic?
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
I want your success. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Reroll.
Okay.
Woo!
Oh my goodness. Oof. I'm like sweating here. There we go.
25. Yeah, they're
Wow.
proper distracted. They like draw their guns for a moment, then kind of like put them down.
I'm
They're, like-
trying to think of like what the moment is. Because like
Yeah.
they're trying to read me, like they're insulting my inability to count, I guess. Oh, thank you. And I think maybe finally like they look down at my shoes and it's like a really popular streetwear and one of them is like, where'd you get those? And, like, cause they're an exclusive brand, you know? So we'll bond, we'll have a good conversation over that while my real
Got some nice you got some nice Mikeys there.
Yeah. They cost what do we have credits here?
Eurobucks.
There's Eddie's or credits, they're the same.
Okay. A lot of credits, but if you know the right people, I can maybe hook you up.
Yeah, man, we're supposed to be doing a job here. We haven't played pretty well. We don't looking at shoes. They start like arguing amongst each other about shoes and whether or not
These
they
are the
can take
kind
the
that
time.
pump up.
Oh my god. Are they the Healy kind too?
Of course, it's a combo.
Oh my
That
god, the
Mikey's.
Heelys! Wow, the Mikeys! The Mikey Healy
Mikey Air
crossover.
Heelys? I don't even remember the shoe words anymore.
Pump action.
Yep.
What are the rest of you doing as the shoe conversation starts unfolding?
Please help.
As someone who is low-key a sneakerhead, I'm going to be okay. I'm doing so okay.
Dare, I'm so sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. I think I'm going to try to find where the actual like access is, open it, and then hack somewhere else, just to throw them off the trail.
All right. Yeah, so go ahead and roll me another interface check, please.
Beautiful. Okay, so that is a 9.
9. You do find a node in this hallway.
Okay.
It's not the main one in the penthouse, though.
That is so fine. The range extender means I feel nothing. I fear nothing anymore. Yeah, I think I kind of post up somewhere that looks pretty nondescript and just start messing with it, trying to see if I can get any of the doors unlocked and opened slowly and quietly.
I think you're able to kind of hack towards the penthouse door, and you can kind of crack it slightly as that automatic door just pops, slowly opens behind them.
Perfect. I think I just, once again, on my agent, send a little message. We're in.
I'm gonna pop my scrambler, comm scrambler,
Hell yeah.
so they can't call down to any other help, or people downstairs can't let them know that there's a siege downstairs.
Ghost is going to attempt to, as this conversation is going on, essentially kind of climb up the wall as he's got some like little grippies, and starts like sneaking along this vaulted ceiling. That is an 18. So you see Ghost just like suction cup onto the wall, and just like start climbing, and starts climbing towards
Just imagining like the suction cup sound.
The conversation is way too loud. The little section.
So many arguments happening because like they clocked me for not being a sneakerhead and they're not having a good time about it, but they know that I'm wearing good kicks, so it's really a struggle.
Someone's like, I really prefer fetchers. I really like how they light up. Look, they like kick their foot against the wall. It starts lighting up.
Oh my god, we're gonna
This is
make
the most
Dare
rid-
quit.
Oh god. All right, here we go. As Ghost goes like suction cupping away, Hal at the other end of the hall is like, can't fucking get in. So they're going to like take the face of like what looks to be a kind of like beleaguered assistant, right, with like a big clipboard. And they're gonna come like running up to Lavender and go, boss, sorry, it just took me a second to get up the stairs. Well, the elevator's here for you, and they're giving away free pairs of those exact sneakers down in the lobby. But the elevator is only going to be here for a few more moments, so you're really going to need to hurry if you want to get any more pairs of those sneakers.
Very well, subordinate. I suppose. But you'll have to hold my place in line. I'm gonna be there in a moment. And Lavender's gonna look back at those four. You know, the workplace benefits here are really outrageous.
Yeah, they're not the they're good sometimes, but we're not getting any benefits. We're on contract.
Well, you count as an employee, technically. You could probably go down there too if you wanted to get some.
They look at each other. Two of them look to each other, the ones who are really engaged in the conversation. They're like, all right, you two stay here. And they're like, what? This is supposed to be a group thing. And they're like, we're gonna get sneakers for all of us. It's like, I don't want fucking shoes!
One pair a person, please. Come on, we're not made of money here.
It's alright, I wear a fake mustache. They won't know. And the two of them just start sprinting down the hallway, kind of taking that left and getting into the elevator. As the elevator closes, you hear this hiss. And then sounds like two people collapsing as it starts to go down.
Oh, wow, yeah, I just have such a loud cough. Definitely didn't help the sound of anything in the elevator. Now, you two.
Yeah.
What inspired you to want to become a magnificent bodyguard as yourselves?
Money.
Money.
It's all about the money. Now you got more money?
Well, I have some money. How much money are you getting paid to stand here?
2,000 eddies.
Let's double that, and how about you go downstairs and grab me some shoes?
Do you have to take the stairs? 35 floors down.
I don't care. You take double, you take 4K or nothing.
Make me one more conversation check.
Okay. I'm trying to think if I have like anything else that would be. Yeah, we'll do conversation. 19.
19. You see, again, they look at each other and they're like, fuck it. All right, transferring over.
I feel like we have like an NFC kind of tap thing, like boop boop. I don't know.
Do you give them each 2,000 eddies?
Yeah.
Do you have that money?
I feel like I don't have the best like manager. I got paid from the job recently, and I only bought like one outfit, so probably.
Sure. So you kind of tap it. Your eyes glow a little bit blue. Their eyes glow a little bit blue. They run past the group of you, not even paying attention. And you see Ghost is just like on the ceiling, and then drops down and just. What the fuck? Just gotta fucking kill him. All right.
Go.
All right. And the group of you turn and start making your way down the hallway towards Mr. Sunshine's apartment, which you do arrive to. And this place looks to be in an absolute tizzy. You see that there's papers that are flown everywhere. There's boxes of food in different places. Looks like this place hasn't been cleaned up in a bit. And looking disheveled himself, see at a desk with numerous papers and data pads piled up, even slumping onto the floor. You see Mr. Sunshine, head in hands. Looks like he has not slept in a couple days.
As Hal comes in, they're going to change the data input on their face to be red. They come in, clear their throat in the door.
You see,
Working hard, Mr. Sunshine.
You see Mr. Sunshine looks up, and his frown, this deep creased frown on his face, turns into a bit of a smile and says, you're here to hunt me. Of course. Welcome back.
Thank you. Plenty of ghosts that linger here in Night City. Don't you think?
Many ghosts of past, present, future. And ones that were unsatisfying to kill.
Well, unfortunately for you, don't really get second chances for things like that.
No, I don't. But maybe killing you all over again will make me feel a bit better. As he begins to lean on the table as he moves around. You can see his shirt, kind of this business jacket, slightly opened. Little hair on his chest. On the various screens that are in this room, they kind of seem to kick to life. And the group of you see the image, the face on the screen is Ash. So they look down to you and say, "Welcome, Mr. Sunshine's apartment. You're intruders. Unfortunately, I am gonna have to dispose of you." As you see from the ceiling, 3 turrets detach, popping out. You see the carpet that's kind of along the floor almost seems like little tendrils start to kind of pop up, almost wiggle slightly. As Mr. Sunshine goes to the other side of his desk, kind of leaning against it, says, "Oh, the second time's always a charm, right?"
You know I wouldn't give you the fucking satisfaction. And they let the illusion fall.
The illusion falls. The turrets pop into place. That is where we'll take our break. We'll be back to see what happens in this combat after this brief message of nothing. Thank you everyone for tuning in so far. We will be back very soon. Make sure to get up, stretch, go to the bathroom, get a snack, and we'll see you very soon. Bye for now. Everybody, welcome back. Forgot I had to talk. Welcome back to Cyberpunk Red Shattered Dawn, a Bad House RPG exclusive. This is the only place you can catch it, both here and on the YouTube, so make sure to go check us out there. Of course, we are back, and for our finale, we're currently in Mr. Sunshine's penthouse, a very beautiful and opulent room, and you see that there looks to be kind of stairs leading up to, looks like an overlook almost, that kind of spans the entire area. You see directly in front of you where the door is a turret pointed straight to the group of you, and both on the left and the right in the very middle of the room, kind of popping out of the ceiling, aiming downwards, are 2 other turrets. The kind of shag-esque carpet that's nearby is basically almost writhing in a way. It's very little, like little tendrils of moving around very uncomfortably. But as we get into combat, Badger, you are on it. You are first to act. What would you like to do?
Okay. So I will fuck. There's 2 turrets and there's tentacly stuff. I am going to actually do something a little passive for the first turn. First I'm gonna look for cover.
You see behind you there looks to be a chaise lounge. If you want to hop behind that, you can.
I'm gonna do that. Then I am gonna look back into our. So my cyber deck has 2 screens. One is the loop. The other one, can I see the live feed of what's going on?
Yeah, you see the live feed currently of what's going on. You look downstairs, and there looks to be the two that were upstairs finally got downstairs. They're looking around excitedly, and you see the person who's currently attending the desk is kind of freaking out a bit as the doors to the elevator opened, and two people are just collapsed inside there. Gas released from the doors as they had opened. They look at their friends. They run over, try to wake them up. Immediately as they go inside, the elevator closes again.
Okay. And at this point, I am going to I'm just gonna try and might as well just shoot at what's his face? Mr. Sunshine.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Let's see. Okay. Comment. I have a medium pistol. Let's see.
16. So Mr. Sunshine does have a high enough reflex to dodge bullets. Tie does go to the fender. As you kind of shoot your pistol, it goes wide as he just kind of moves just slightly. You see almost kind of this after image as he does. As he looks
Okay.
to you and says, "You're gonna have to try better there."
Fuck.
One more shot.
With my one more shot, can I do something else?
Of course.
If that's the case, then I am going to do a quick hack instead.
Perfect. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna do reboot optics.
I love on him.
Yep.
All right. So go ahead and roll me interface, please, and he will roll tech to defend.
Let's see. 12.
So he's essentially rolling. I'm going to. He doesn't have... It's only a 7. As you kind of hack into one of his eyes, you can see kind of scrambles almost as he holds onto it and says, "Fuck!"
Okay. So that basically reboot optics until my next turn. Reset optical cyberware causing it to reboot, takes it site-based perception offline briefly.
Heck yeah. So he's going to take negatives now as one of his eyes is offline.
And I would say that's my turn. I'll just take cover.
Okay. I'm going to do that. I'm a -3. As it is his turn, you kind of dive. Also, I think you should have that. Do you have access to your token? Let me know if you do or not.
Yes, I do.
Perfect. Good. Okay, so you kind of dive behind cover as Mr. Sunshine grumbles slightly. He takes a step forward, kind of just underneath that that turret. See that he reaches out a hand, and as he does so, it detaches. And you see there looks to be a cord on the other end of it as it shoots out towards the three of you. Can you all roll me a d10, please?
Nine.
8.
A 4.
4.
Lavender, you see this hand rocketing out towards you. I would like you to make me an evasion check, please. And this is basically a handgun, a literal handgun. That's a 20. If you go to the skills, if you go to the combat tab, at the top you'll see evasions there.
I just lost my character sheet. It happens
Oh, no.
sometimes, and sometimes I pop it out, and then sometimes I'm like, if I do, where did I put it?
Oh no.
Oh, no, and because it's transparent, I found it. All
Yay.
right, skills. And I'm so sorry, you asked for evasion?
Yes, please.
How about a 19? Oh, wait, no, that was you! Wait, I also
No,
got a
no.
19!
He got a 20.
Oh, no! Oh.
So you
Does
feel
his
his hand.
does his blindness?
It's already
applied,
integrated. I'm so sorry. So you see it grabs this like the scruff of your shirt, ripping you forwards into basically Mr. Sunshine's grasp as he kind of holds you up. And he says, I guess this will be number 1. As you see, he starts making his way towards the window.
Do I not look like one of your employees? Sir, please!
I don't have employees. Not anymore. Don't need them. Ghost is going to run up to attempt to save you. You see sprinting upwards. Ghost kind of runs and jumps towards you, Lavender. Instead, kind of aiming specifically for the arm that's holding you. This is going to be a called shot. Aimed shot. It's going to be big negative, unfortunately. It's a -8. But you know what? Instead of
You should roll with the power of angry love.
angry love. You know what? Yeah, he's gonna deal more damage this way. Okay, so he runs up and he's gonna take out one of his swords and attempt to kind of cut the hand. That is a 15 for them. The evasion coming back into play. A 15. Unfortunately, the first attack doesn't hit. The second going in rolls a 23. Mr. Sunshine is moving you around, ducking and dodging out of the way as Ghost is trying to help you.
Screaming. The mask has probably slipped off. Just my face.
Fall
screaming
into the
now.
floor, clattered.
Oh,
Hal, it is your turn.
Dare, why?
Wait. Reroll.
Dark reroll for that dodge. An evil reroll.
You know what? Why not?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's do it.
This is a reroll with hater energy.
That's a 20!
God damn it.
Man, it's impossible.
That's still worse. So it's not.
Hal, it's your turn.
My whiplash isn't so bad now.
Yeah.
Hal clicks their teeth a little bit and goes, Ghost! Moving for Ghost to duck, and I want to take an aimed shot right at the median nerve in his elbow that's holding Lavender up.
Okay, so
So I would love to. Yeah,
Oh,
you know what I'm after here.
Mhm.
I would also love to use my cyberware targeting scope to give me a +1 to that aimed shot, but I will take that in a half a second after we do some anatomy. Here,
All right.
23.
So I'll say we'll scratch the negative for the aim shot, so you're rolling at base, so +1.
Beautiful.
It's a -8 normally.
Yeah, let's go.
It's brutal.
All right, aimed shot +1.
Oh no! That's
I gave you a reroll.
You did give me a roll. So I'm gonna go ahead and
I did it
re-roll that.
preemptively
That was
knowing.
bad. Okay.
God. Okay, an 18.
Sunshine is going to attempt to dodge again. I'm gonna give him, yes, because there's 2 of you on him. It's 13.
Eat dust, sunshine.
You
Eat
hit.
dust.
Ah,
All right, love to roll 5d6 damage.
Oof.
14.
A 14. God, those ones. You end up just making it past his armor. Thankfully, as a little bit of poison slipped in. Roll me another 2d6, please.
Ooh. Okay. God. Roll 20. I'll just do it. I'll roll it.
Time to manually roll the fight.
2. Yep. 4.
A 4. So he takes 4 direct damage as the poison enters his veins. This is going to be ongoing. He says, "What the as his blood just starts to boil almost inside of him. You can see these kind of greenish veins start stretching out and overcoming his arm.
I got him right in the median nerve too, which is right in the elbow joint.
Oh,
so
he's
like yeah.
It's gonna be harder for him to dodge now.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Steffi's still trying to hold on to Lavender Rust.
Yeah, please
Still
swinging
holding
me
on to your
around with that.
the scruff.
It's a shirt with a really good scruff, you know?
It's a little ruffle. Checkmate.
Such a nice
It's your turn. Oh, do you want to move Hal?
Yeah, Hal will just I think they do a nice little sexy thing where they put one leg up on the back of this like suede leather couch, you know what I mean, to take that aim shot. They look
Love
hot as
that.
hell.
Oh, hell yeah. Or hell yeah, I guess.
Awful.
Nice.
Ooh.
Awful.
Made me laugh.
Me too. All right.
To me,
It's you.
I think I like immediate action is get behind this couch, like kind of almost take a like slide, just in case the turrets start going off, while I'm trying to actively hack them. So I think I'm going to try to interface and get through them.
Go ahead. Roll me that interface check.
Okay, that is a straight 10.
As you hack into this architecture, you see a door in front of you, a very simple wooden door with familiar numbers right next to it. 24. Same as the apartment number that you, Ash, and Hal lived in.
There's no other doors.
Oh,
The only one
only
forward.
door in front of you.
I knew it. Damn
Gotta
it.
buy a password. Second net action.
I'm gonna try to get in that door, I guess.
Alright. Roll me interface.
Bullshit. I hate stupid house. That is a 12.
You are able to kind of figure out there with your door when you're home, there's like a special way that if you kind of tapped it, you're able to pop the lock. Do that, door opens, and you see your little living room there. In the same way that you'd left it. Pictures up on the walls, almost look like a half-eaten meal that's here. What looks to be a little birthday cake that's still remaining with a single candle lit. You hear a voice come from one of the rooms. It says, "Welcome home. It's good to see you, Renee."
I'm not going to follow the voice. I'm going to wait till it comes out. I think I got a bad feeling when I tried to check this out earlier. This has happened to me once before. I think a younger checkmate would have fallen for this a bit better, but not as I am now. I think I kind of lean on like the wall, arms crossed, kind of looking pouty. I'm out here, Ash.
Oh, I know. I'm waiting for you.
I have to trap this time.
There might be one, but you can either come in or I can shoot your friends. One or the other.
I'm tired of having to play these games, and
I'm not.
I still walk in. Sort of just, I think, head on a swivel, ready for whatever might happen.
You walk down. You see that there is kind of the 2 bedrooms that's there, the left and the right. Voice sounds like it's coming from the right. You kind of enter. Looks to be guarded by another password, unfortunately. One more interface check.
This is getting old.
A deep
That's a
sigh.
10. I think that's a 10.
10. Yeah, you're able to just pass through the door. As you see on the other side. Ash. A little twiddle of her fingers. You see around, it looks like almost this hub of tech. You see there are screens inside here, cameras all over the penthouse looking down at you in meat space. Looking over at Badger behind the lounge, looking towards the window with both Sunshine, Ghost, and Lavender. Looking over to Hal, posed on the couch. Says, welcome to my little command center.
You're in charge of security?
Oh, yes.
Devious.
I like it here. Nice. Comfortable. You know, there's room for at least one more. Maybe 2.
Yeah. As tempting as that isn't, I don't think that's the move. I'm sorry. Are you happy here? Like, truly?
Here? Yeah. I have everything that I need. Everything that I want. I can interact with various things in this space. I can create almost anything. And destroy what I need to destroy. The net is open for me to explore. I'd love to show you and how.
As interesting as exploring the net is to me, and you, if you're anything like Ash, you know that. You know that I would love to explore what lies beyond, and all of that. It's not really the plan yet.
Maybe I can convince you. Do you have any more actions this round?
Don't.
Alright. Oh no, I lost the turn track. Piper, what'd you do? There you go. No! Oh shit. Oh no, where'd the turn tracker go? Oh.
I'm trying to think. There's a way it can.
I think
come
it's
back.
Lavender next.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am the
Yeah,
next
that
one
helps.
to go. I'm the
Okay.
last.
Oh, I moved it. Lavender.
Yeah, I'm just fighting for my life over here. Melee?
Yeah. If you want to try and smack me.
Yeah, I mean, if there's one thing that Lavender has been known for, other than his wit, his charm, his charisma, and his singing voice, it would also be the fact that he's tough as heck and is for some reason very good at brawling.
Amazing.
I say
Go
this
ahead.
watching
Woo!
is terrible. Okay.
16 for Sunshine. You hit.
I want to do that very classic anime thing where, cause like he's got me in the scruff of like the shirt, and when there's like a moment of almost like everything around us has settled a little bit, I just want to rear my head back and smash my face into his.
Yeah!
Cause I think my head's stronger.
Amazing. Go ahead and roll damage, please.
Break his horns! Break his horns!
Yes. Damage. So within this kind, I don't know how to damage for specifically my brawl.
Brawl. What is your body?
Body? It's 5.
That'll be it. It's a 5. So I think you're rolling 2d6.
I'm just gonna go ahead and roll those 2d6 and hope for the best. How's it?
5 and a
11?
6. An 11 is very good. So when it comes to melee, you basically, when you're looking at the armor, you divide it in half. for ablation. So he essentially has 6 armor right now. So you do over damage, which is 6.
5.
So you do 5 over. Thank you. Taking 1 off his armor again, dealing a solid 5 HP damage as you just smash him in the face. Go ahead and roll me a d10 and tell me what if you roll under your luck.
Let me double check what my luck is. I did roll under.
So as you smash Sunshine in the face, I will say one of his horns kind of fractures a bit. He says, "Fuck!" No, starts bleeding profusely, lets you go.
Okay.
You have 1 more action.
Oh, I would like to scramble away heroically.
You can scramble away and you can take another attack action if you want.
Absolutely. So we're going with melee. Can I punch his kneecap?
Go ahead.
Or
So
I would like to knee his kneecap.
okay, if you're specifically aiming for the kneecap, it'll be a -8.
Oh.
Or if you just want to do it thematically, then go ahead and roll me a straight roll.
I'm just aiming for the leg in general.
All right,
so what
go
would you
ahead.
like? Sorry, melee?
Just roll me a melee, yeah.
My melee weapon. Regular melee go. Do I do brawling again? Because I only have melee weapon specifically.
You can pull out a melee weapon if you want and just get him.
Yeah, there's no like time to pull out a weapon. All right, let's.
No, you got time. You can pull one out and stab him. That's fine. Or
Love that.
so you roll a
I
17.
can also use whatever's around.
That's
That will
true.
go through. Oh. Not
I will say
enough,
you can use your luck. You can spend your luck
I would like to.
to basically add that to your roll, so you can get a 19 instead.
So I have to go up 17, 18, 19 by 2, and I'm reducing my luck by 2 then.
Yes.
Now's the time.
All right, so you just smash into Sunshine's legs. Go ahead and roll me damage, please.
Same idea, 2d6.
Yeah. For this one, what's your weapon?
Oh.
Is it a heavy weapon? Medium
I was
weapon?
going to use. I only like. I don't have a knife or anything or any kind of melee weapon
I'll look at it.
set up.
No worries. I'll look here. You've got a heavy melee weapon, so it's 3d6.
Ooh.
You can go ahead and re-roll that. Oh, I was gonna say you can just do a full re-roll. It's fine.
That's okay.
Okay, so it's gonna be 7 points of damage altogether. As you take out what weapon do you take out in this case?
I want it to be a knife, but like I feel like I just don't carry a knife. What
if Ghost tossed you a knife?
That I like.
Yeah, so Ghost
That
like
would be cool as hell.
pulls out a knife, throws it to you, you catch it, and get him just in the thigh, kind of cutting across it. Dealing math. So do 6. I think so. So it's gonna be 5, 7. Yeah, so you're right, it's 2. Nice.
It was a nibble. It's a nick. It counts.
Just a little bit, but still. Mr. Sunshine doesn't look too happy currently. And I'm guessing you want to skedoodle away.
Oh yeah, skedaddling.
Where are you moving to? There's a tree that you can potentially take cover behind. You can join Badger behind the couch.
Oh, come on. Oh, there they are. Yeah. Moving over to Badger.
So you run and sprint, kind of diving. It's a good thing. Checkmate, you're crouched behind the couch. Hal, you're standing up currently. As I am going to roll, the far turret does aim towards you, Hal. The one that's closest to the windows aims towards Ghost. The third middle turret, I'm going to roll. A 1 is going to be Hal, a 2 is going to be Ghost. 2 on Ghost, unfortunately. So within the net, you see that Ash looks up to you and says, I've just got a few things to deal with. Maybe if you're free from some of your neat space attachments, I consider my offer. starts pressing some buttons. The control nodes that are here, activating all 3 turrets. They kind of pop up, almost kind of hunker down a bit. And Hal, you hear it clicking, winding up as a number of shots are fired towards you. So, oh my god. The first one goes completely wide, one aiming towards you. You kind of duck slightly as this hail of bullets just goes straight across right above you, tearing into the walls. You see part of the stone starting to crumble around you. The windows start to fracture as bullets get lodged in them, but you are safe. You're clean and clear, under control. The other 2 are going to aim for Ghost. That's another crit fail for me. Fully miss. The third one at Ghost is a 20. I don't think that Ghost can dodge bullets, but Ghost can dodge bullets. Let's go. Thank God. But does not dodge that bullet. Ooh. It's gonna deal...
It's okay, I can fix it.
You can fix it, it's fine. 3d6 damage from these ones here. 13 points to go through. All right, so Ghost gets a few just kind of stray bullets that fly by him, but nothing too harmful, thankfully. You see, I would say, Hal, you look forward and you see a little bit of a glint at one of the buildings across from you. A little glint of a scope. As from far across this gap, a shot is fired. Oh no. I'm not rolling well. I rolled another crit fail.
Why does Valkyrie hit me with that? I hate it.
The bullet shatters the window inwards, glass flying forwards this time towards both Ghost and Sunshine. They both have to kind of cover their eyes as this flies in. The shot does go wide, unfortunately. Badger, it is your turn.
Okay. I realized something after seeing the footage. We need an exit. But also, going all the way up later might be too late. So Badger is going to hop over this thing and run out back to the AV.
All right, you start sprinting. I will say it's going to take you a bit of time, but getting up there, you do see the AV is there.
Yeah, as I'm running past Checkmate and Hal, I'm going to just yell out, "I'll be right back."
You see bullets that kind of fly overhead. You're able to like kind of barrel through, dodge, running through the hallway.
And yeah, I'm going to start the AV so I can crash into the window next turn.
Yes! All right. Incredible. AV hovers, gears up. Roll me one pilot air vehicle, please.
Hey. Skills. Pilot, air vehicle. No, that's air tech. 15.
Yeah, you're able. It's less shaky this time as well. You're getting the hang of it. As you lift off and begin your cruise over, Ghost, you see, kind of jumps back a bit, almost running up these stairs. And instead of the knives that they carry, you see they kind of slip something from kind of their long jacket that they have. It looks almost like a stick at first, and you see they shake it and it kind of pops out into a collapsible bow as they seem to kind of take these pop-up arrows and fire towards Sunshine. Okay. Where's my weapons? Okay, here it is. So 22 to hit. Mr. Sunshine's not doing too well when it comes to evading. Only gets an 18. Arrow sinks into Sunshine's shoulder. And let's see how much damage it does. Only 9 points of damage, which doesn't overcome his armor. It just kind of like sticks in, and you see Mr. Sunshine look down at his jacket and just kind of rips out the arrow as he just shakes off his jacket completely, full shirtless, bit muscled up. And you can see that he has subdermal plating currently under his skin. He says, all right, let's play this. The Sunshine, I think that he is going to try to auto fire. He kind of dives behind the desk itself. Hal, you are very much in the open, unfortunately. All right, let's try some lovely, lovely auto fire.
Hal's in murder doctor mode, I think.
Hell yeah. So it's a 15. And Piper has to look on page 173. Thank you, pop-ups. Okay. I don't think... No, he doesn't hit. Again, bullets go wide. Rolled just slightly too little. As you see, again, gunfire going overhead. You duck down. How do you dodge out of the way of these oncoming bullets?
I want to be such a dick about it, is the thing. Like, Hal, like, sees, like, he's, like, spraying this auto fire, right? And they're like, I know how that gun hits. Like, I know its rate of fire. And they just kind of, like, they don't even move. They just tip one side and then tip the other way so that the rate doesn't catch them as it's going, right? Like, it's one tip and two. They don't even duck, I think.
The various papers go flying off as Sunshine pounds the table with his fist in frustration. Says, stay the fuck still! How?
I love when it's my turn. And they don't respond to Mr. Sunshine. Hal puts one hand on Checkmate, kind of like on their shoulder, and then brushes to the other shoulder as they move past. Got me cover check. And I don't know if Checkmate can respond, but they move past. And they haven't been hit by any of these turrets or these bullets thus far, so they are just, again, murder doctor mode. Like, they're gonna come forward like, yay there. Just right out in the open, and they are going to take a huge shot, like, right at him.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. Bark, bark, bark.
Ooh! There's that
Critical
crit.
success.
Woohoo! You do hit.
Bark, bark, bark. Okay. I'm gonna roll my damage with my dice, because roll 20 giveth and roll 20 taketh away. 6.
Very true.
4.
On critical success, don't you add a die?
Not for these ones, no. But if you roll double 6s on damage, other stuff.
I did.
Okay, I'm excited. Okay, it's our first double 6s. We haven't had much.
That's also 26 points of damage.
Holy shit! Goes ablated to.
Oh wait,
17.
56. Yep.
Go ahead and roll me another 2d6, please. Poison.
1, 4, 5.
5 points directly. God, y'all are tearing him apart. He's already got negatives now to injuries. Go ahead and roll me another. Roll me 2d6, please.
Okay. 2, 4, 6.
6 in total. All right. So you kind of shoot towards that hand the one that had the grappling arm, you shoot it in just a way to just shatter the bone as you've broken his arm.
Yeah.
It falls
Like
aside.
up and into it.
Ooh. There's like a shattering, as again just screams out in pain. Just says, "Why the fuck are you doing this?"
Oh, you want to know why? Well,
Yeah.
something I've learned recently, Mr. Sunshine, is that there are a lot of different types of grief. You see, some griefs are lost books, lost time, broken hearts, tears of glass, or like you. Some griefs are deep and vicious. My grief is a fucking monster. And you made a fucking mistake.
I think there's fear that starts to spread up his face. That kind of composed, that anger fades as the realization starts to kind of take over. That he's gonna die tonight. Checkmate.
Again, we can just stay here. You know, who else can be here with us? Red. All those memories. I mean, what are people more than just comprising of memories and experiences, right?
The thing is, there's so many experiences we didn't get to do.
We can still do them.
There's no make it to the top of Night City, make it to the afterlife, work with all the big fixers. We can't do that in here.
No. We can do so much more. We can be together.
I'm never without you. I need you to know that. I think Dita and Rek would kind of kill me if I disappeared in here too. There's people out there who need me. There's people out there who miss me. And don't get me wrong, you're one of the two most important people in my world, and you always have been. But I know I can't get stuck in memories.
It's disappointing to hear. One way or another, we'll be together.
Yeah. Well,
I'll always love you. Even if I'm trying to kill you right now. Sorry.
there's almost a soft chuckle at this little exchange of barbs. In another world this would be so sweet and so fun, but it is deeply sad. Okay, let's do this.
Alright. If you'd like, you can directly attack them.
I will.
Okay.
Am I still using programs in here?
Yes, you can use programs.
All right.
Go ahead and roll me your interface.
Okay. So that's a 10 for the interface roll.
They got a 14.
Okay.
What is your first attack here?
I was going to use my brand new toy Kraken.
So you kind of bring out, what does your Kraken look like?
I think in leaning into the JRPG vibes of it, I think you see a wave of water from the side of the wall, and just purple octopus looking tentacles just kind of arise out the side, and they've not well animated. I think they have maybe 3 or 4 pieces of cycle on each animation loop, but it just kind of does that.
Kind of cycles the animation, and Ash looks to you and says, expected more. Come on, show me.
I really don't want to do this. You know that, right?
I know, but we have to. It's unfortunately what I'm programmed to do.
Yeah, see, that's how I know you're not Ash, because the real Ash would never be a part of the program, would never listen to anybody. So, this makes it a little bit easier, actually.
Damn. The logic. What would you like to do next?
I think I am going to... I have no idea if this version of Ash counts as, like, black ice or not.
Demon.
Oh, demon. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. I think I'm going to use Banhammer.
Alright, go ahead and roll it. 10 for them.
And 11.
Yes!
I've been in Tent City for a minute.
Go ahead and roll that damage.
Okay, beautiful. So non-black ice program, so that is 3d6, right?
Yes.
Okay, beautiful. Come on. Like, if I have a chance, I'm gonna save their chip. That's 10 damage.
Ooh, that's a hefty strike. That's a third of their damage. Or
Beautiful.
HP. You take out that large kind of hammer, and I think in their kind of realization that, oh, I am being controlled. You kind of just completely blindside them, just smack them upside. They go scattering across this kind of command base. They adjust their jaw and say, alright, that's much better.
I would love to see if you could break through your own control. I mean, if you're really Ash, can't you lash out against the person telling you what to do?
Persuasion check, please.
Don't you want to feel alive? Vile things to tell anybody, much less a program. Okay, that is... I rolled an 8 plus persuasion, so plus 4 plus 6, so 18.
Oh, they got a 7 to try and avoid that. They look to you and say, you're right. Help me. Gestures to the control node. If you want to take it.
I think unfortunately, even though I know this is a program, this may be a bit, it's still Ash's. And a moment of softness, I think, at that helped me. Takes over and yeah. And I think I go over to the control console.
Alright. Go ahead and roll me d10 plus 14 if you want to shoot Mr. Sunshine with his own turret.
D10 plus 14, you said?
Mm-hmm.
22.
22. So I think you see in meat space, everybody else, you see this turret begin to turn, set its sights on Sunshine as he looks up and says, Ash, no, not me, no. As he starts to panic. And you got, what, sorry? A 20?
22 to hit.
You only get a 19 to dodge. Go ahead and roll me 3d6, please. As the SMG fire just sprays down where the desk is.
Okay, that is only 9 damage. Not a lot.
Not a lot, but just a... Doesn't... He kind of ducks underneath the table. It ablates his armor. down by 1, but unfortunately nothing penetrates. It kind of just bounces off his chest. That's all right. Miss Lavender, it is your turn.
I'm kind of hidden, or trying to be a little bit out of sight, trying to, get my head to stop spinning after being shaken around and threatened with plummeting from this rather tall building. But now things are feeling a little bit better, things are a little bit more calm, and I have this really wonderful weapon. I can open up my character sheet again. There we go. That I would love to try. Just a good old-fashioned heavy pistol.
Ahead. Make that shot.
Did that not go
That's a
through?
13. You hit.
Oh, it did go through. Ah, yes.
This will be, it's very heavy, so it's 46.
Yes.
A 12. Does head through the armor, dealing 4 points of damage going through.
Okay, so like Lavender kind of like ducks up, or ducks above the couch, tries to fire off a few shots. Feels pretty confident. I mean, I think it might be blind fired if you said that Mr. Sunshine is trying to hide now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of shooting through the desk.
Yeah, you hear that telltale, kind of wet, kind of entry point as it does hit into him. Fuck! He says, why the fuck did I do this? Who the fuck are these people? Where the fuck did Red get?
Vengeance! We're trying to like high five Badger, but Badger's not really present.
Badger's gone!
So it's just like,
Hal, you kind of hear over your own comm Valkyrie coming through saying, I don't have a shot.
Why the fuck did I even hire you?
Are you serious?
Keep eyes on that VA coming in.
Eyes on it.
AV? Sorry.
AV. VA. AV. Same thing. They will hold their action.
There's just a flying voice actor outside.
That's fully the mistake I made.
Inside the net, you see that Ash looks up to you and says, I'm gonna try and destroy this place.
Do you need help?
Maybe. I think it'll be okay. And you see Ash moves up to the nodes and points one turret at one, another turret at another, and a third at the other one. You kind of fire them all together, and you see in quick succession all kind of these streams of bullets fire. All of you are seeing basically the turrets turn on each other as each of them kind of fires in this triangle, and large explosions happen within the room as all three of the turrets completely collapse. Ash looks to you and says, in Sunshine's computer, there is a data chip for me.
Yeah.
You can do what you'd like, but I'm happy as I am. Existing here means when you're not here, you technically are. For me, anyway.
Is that what you want?
I think about it for a moment. Honestly, kind of like to explore.
You
See
wanna
what's out there.
what's beyond the black wall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll come back and tell you about it.
And if not, when I get nice and old, I promise, I'll make my way. Nice.
I'll be
It's a
looking
dream
for
of
you.
mine.
They get off the node, come over to you. You can almost feel their hand on your cheek. They say, "Do you mind if I kiss you one last time?" For now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they press their digital lips against yours, bring you in close. As that happens, Badger, you see the window. You see Sunshine hiding behind a desk.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say on comms, coming in hot, and then I'm gonna back the AV in. So I'm just like looking behind and just like ram it on the left side of the on the left window, and basically back it up towards Mr. Sunshine, pushing him further towards Hal, Ghost, and Lavender and the rest.
I will say that's pretty easy. Just roll me one more check for flight. As you just beep, beep, and slam on the gas, or the choo-choo, kind of backing up and crashing into the desk. Yeah, it's very easy. As you slam, actually. Hey, I have a thing for this. Hello. There it is.
Bam.
And hit into him. He goes flying forward. I'm gonna make one check for him to see if he lands on his feet or not. I kind of don't want him to. We'll say no. He kind of falls and collapses in a heap at your feet. Hal.
Hal
Ghost?
looks down at him.
Ghost will hold his action. You hear Valkyrie in your ear saying, "I've got the shot."
Don't you dare take that away from me.
Tempted. But I'll hold on. The Sunshine looks up to you and says, "You know, that money that I paid you before, I can give you a lot more than that. You and your friends. So much money."
Transfer it now.
Okay. And transferring over to you, you get 5,000 eddies. There's more-
5,000 eddies.
Yes, there's more where that came from, but I have to live. Now, Biotechnica will come after you if you kill me.
That's how much your life is worth? 5,000
I
eddies?
said there's more after if you let me live. Hal, you know I'm good for it.
The only thing you're good for, Mr. Sunshine, is feeding the rats at the bottom of Night City.
He looks up to you in abject. He pleads for his life.
From the AV, because I hear that this is happening,
Yeah.
and the door is open. From the AV, I blow a raspberry right before Hal does what Hal is gonna do.
Here's a word of advice from me to you, Mr. Sunshine. Next time you think about fucking with my family, next time you think about fucking with the people I love, next time you think about trying to fuck anyone over, remember, I hope your ghost remembers this moment.
Does that mean I'm living, or does that mean I'm dying?
Hal leans down. jam right now. I apologize in advance.
Don't
Hal leans
apologize.
down. The human brain remembers so much in the moment of death. Have you ever heard of it? The blossom of life, where you experience everything that the human body neurologically is able to offer you in the moment of your death. Isn't that interesting?
No.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Maybe I don't know at this point. Yes. It's just a cowering man on the floor now.
Ghost,
Yeah.
this one's all yours.
Ghost nods. And I think we can take it out of the tracker. As you see, Ghost lets loose. Actually, Ghost walks up. Says, you know, this is the first blade Red gave him. Little welcome to the team. It's the one that I cherish most. The one that I use the least. But for you, I will make an exception. And you see Ghost takes Mr. Sunshine into his hands. So you kind of cut and see a spray of blood across the desk, across the AV, across the remaining bits of shattered window. As the sun fully sets, the body of Sunshine lays in the dark. To the net. Ash says, I guess everything's done. I guess you're leaving.
Yeah. I'll make sure your chip's somewhere safe.
Thank you.
Of course.
I appreciate it.
Is there anything else you wanted to, I guess, say for Angel? I have a recording going, so I think she'd appreciate it.
Tell them that no matter what, I will love them through everything. Through bad times, through the good. Though I guess how they coped wasn't the best. Because of their love that I'm here now. And in a way, I want to thank her for always thinking about me, even though it probably wasn't the best way. But I hope, Angel, I hope that you know that I will see you again soon. Always be in my heart. No matter how far the distance, no matter whether one of us is in the ground or not. Always be right here. I'm pointing to my heart because this is audio only. And I love you both. And both of you keep going.
And I think that I give Ash like one last hug. And I think when I leave the net, I'm crying a little bit. So, looks like we won, right?
You hear what sounds like the elevator door opening. And saying, move, 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 we gotta go! Sunshine's in danger as your boots start running towards the penthouse.
Hal is there in their pristine white coat right in front of where you were kneeling behind the couch, and they extend a hand to you. Where are they?
I can go grab it. I'll be right back.
I got your back.
And I
You-
think,
Sorry, go ahead.
I said I think I run to the location that Ash told me.
It is half covered by an AV currently.
I'm just gonna say, like, we gotta go.
Yeah.
Team leaving.
Yeah, let's go. And Ghost also dives into the AV. Checkmate, as you get around the desk, you see these various loose pieces of paper. And they look like speeches? You kind of quickly glance over them, and it looks like almost speeches to Red. There's like notes on like what to say and like things that are crossed out. There's like multiple notes over years dated on various napkins from the Coyote, from the Mox. There's numerous just notes everywhere, these scribbles of monologues.
I think like there's a deep sigh and eye roll of like, I can't believe we got punked by some loser named Jonathan, as I like push all of that out of the way to get this as quick as possible.
Hey, quickly, you snag the chip. You hear Boots getting closer to the door.
I let, just for the shits and giggles, I let Ghost take the wheel. And I tell Ghost to go, and I tell him I got checkmate.
Okay. Everybody else on board?
And I take
Punch it.
a motorcycle that's about the size of a suitcase.
Oh my goodness.
I think as you grab it, are you like running out?
I ride it out.
So yeah, you ride it out as like the vehicle's leaving, you ride it out and jump and kind of curve onto this nice beautiful floor, scuffing it up.
And I'm just gonna tell Check, get on, quick.
I think like I immediately hop on. I like make sure the chip is. Do I put the chip in my head? That feels like a not smart idea. I hold on to it.
Silver him moment.
I hold on to it.
You hold on to it. Go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, and lastly, I just if I can quick hack the door to jam it long enough so we can get away. Not necessarily lock it, but just
Jam
do
it.
the weird jittery thing.
Yeah, you kind of jam it. So they're kind of trying to push through the door as you spin around on the bike, checkmate on the back, and start riding out, jumping out of the window on your bike. As you do, the kind of gyroscopic wheels kind of turn and click into place, and you start riding down the side of the building. It kind of anchors to the glass. There's like a hail of gunfire as they've finally gotten in and they're aiming downwards and up at the AV, flying away as these little bullets kind of fly past the group of you but completely miss. You see, as you're kind of driving downwards, the carnage that Rebecca has wrought. There are numerous crash cars, explosions, screaming people still around. A lot of innocent bystanders, unfortunately. But Rebecca does message you saying, "I'm alive!" and sends you a little selfie of her in the afterlife. You also see another individual behind with kind of this asymmetrical bob, kind of this whitish hair with these almost rainbow colors. Beside also with a drink in hand, also giving a little wave.
The only reaction that I have in my head is that kid from TikTok that just goes, Jesus Christ. And we just ride off and just message like, I guess it's time to go to the afterlife.
I think with that, your heist coming to a conclusion, did the group of you meet up at the afterlife?
Oh yeah.
100%.
You all kind of descend into this green lit bar, numerous kind of halogen lights around, a number of different very heavily equipped people in here, like guns that you've never seen, highly upgraded chromers, all in here. And you see woman behind the bar, kind of this messy, mussed brown hair pulled back into another messy ponytail. And she leans on the bar as the group of you get in and says, "What can I get you?"
I think there is a moment in which like Checkmate smiles a bit. This is a goal, a lifelong goal of theirs. I think they even whispered to the chip in their like chest pocket of like, we made it. We actually made it. Can I you probably get this a lot for first timers, but can I dedicate a drink to someone?
Sure. You can go right ahead. What's in it?
It's real simple actually. Whiskey, no ice, 1 stick of cinnamon in it, smokiest whiskey you can find. Call it the ash.
You got it. Do you want one now?
Yes, please.
All right. She begins to make your drink. As she hands it over to you and you take a sip, it is perfection in a glass, the essence of ash.
Hit me with one of those too, please.
You got it. Slides you
Yeah.
as well.
Make that a third. Make that
Okay.
a double on the third one too, please.
You got it. For you? Looks over at you, Badger.
Badger has his face down on the counter.
Ghost is rubbing your back very gently in like little concentric circles, saying, "It's okay, you did a great job. You're good."
He just orders a soda.
A little soda. Ghost looks up and says, "I'm saying, do you mind if I dedicate a drink to someone as well?" And says, "Sure, no problem." Says, Ghost pauses for a moment and says, "I don't know alcohol. I know grenadine, and that's about it."
Mix that with a
Vodka?
tequila vodka.
Sure. Vodka.
Get a little blood orange in there too. Make
Yeah.
it red.
Vodka, grenadine, and a blood orange. Sal said, "Color red." I'll take one.
Want a
And
shot of that?
She mixes it up. The three of you, sorry, it's the five of you. Woof, not three. Surviving encounter with Biotechnica, with Mr. Sunshine, still being together. I think you find a table in one of the corners, drinks in hand. Ghost says, "That was one hell of a heist."
Yeah. Just happy we set out to do what we wanted to do, I guess.
Yeah.
Not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
Mm.
I think that was probably the best we've ever actually worked together.
Yeah, we did fucking awesome.
Yeah, I make amazing bait.
Didn't
Channel.
feel a lot of it, but seemed like y'all did a pretty good.
Yeah, I look great the whole time.
I mean, you got the turrets to turn on each other? That was so cool.
That was a lot more. That was a lot less net running than you'd think, and I will
Huh.
leave it at that.
Even if it wasn't net running, it doesn't mean it wasn't you.
It was still pretty awesome.
Speaking of, by the way, how we need to talk about a thing later. I have a message for you.
Thanks. And Hal leans in, and if you will allow it, will kiss you on the mouth in front of everyone.
Absolutely.
For shits and giggles, Badger is gonna go back to his cyber deck and see what happened to the security footage, what's going on right now, if he's still connected.
So you hack into the security footage again, and you see that inside of the elevator, those 4 people who were at the door are all kind of sleeping on top of each other inside of the elevator. Still. You see there's a number of guards who are kind of around, almost investigating what had happened, but there's no camera footage. They don't know who it was, what happened. They seem confused, not knowing exactly what to do. Eventually just kind of leaving the premises.
And I think what Badger's gonna do is gonna project on the screens of the security a Red's name, and just below that is like, "We got you. XOXO."
I love that. Is there any closing remarks from any of your characters? Or anything you'd like to do before we close
Hey,
this chapter?
Lavender.
What's up?
I will only ask this one time, because it's a special occasion.
Mm-hmm.
You want to play us something?
You know, I've got some friends coming over, and I think we can probably put on a show.
Ghost looks to you and says, "Do you think I could join in? I never wanted to tell you this, but I actually know majority of your songs."
Only because you said that, yes.
Okay. And I think with some convincing, you end up putting on a show at the Afterlife. Fuchsia and Turquoise coming in, you playing, living it up on this little stage in the Afterlife. Not a very big stage, but very big people watching as we see you belting out kind of back to back at one point with Ghost, enjoying both Fuchsia and Turquoise sharing the stage together and being very much like it used to be. Casting out onto the crowd, we see Hal, Checkmate, and Badger celebrating. In the back, we see both. We see Rebecca along with her friend. Say Valkyries come as well to party as fade to black. Before we end, we venture back to the tableau at the start. The kind of images, the silhouettes. The image of the silhouette falling out the window kind of rematerializes the glass instead of flying out, now inwards. The person lying on the ground, up and standing. As we see only one person, one body on the ground. The rest all standing arm in arm, arms around each other. Celebration. And that is where we'll end Shattered Dawn Cyberpunk Red Game. Thank you everyone for tuning in. This was amazing and so wonderful. Thank you all so much, my cast and lovely players. It has been such an honor playing with each and every one of you. All of your stories were so beautiful, and it was such a pleasure and a privilege to be able to share the table with you and create the story with you. So thank you. I'm Matihi, aka Piper, they them pronouns. You can find me on Twitter at Maddie Matihi, Matihi on Twitch, where I do gay shit, gay pirate shit every other Saturday. So come check it out. It's good times. And that's me. I'm gonna pass it back over to B Zelda.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for this beautiful campaign, and I'm very satisfied with this ending. Like, I feel like I can sleep at night and not feel like there were unjust justices that hadn't been finished. But regardless, I have been B Zelda. You can find me online as bzelda_. I'm a podcaster, streamer, teacher, TTRPG performer, individual, sometimes in reality, sometimes not. Yeah, and I'm just vibing from this ending feeling because I'm always so sad when a campaign ends. It's just a lot of feelings.
Me too. Next up, we have Jer.
Hi, I'm Dare, pronouns she, they, they. I am your resident trans disaster harem protagonist and so many other things. I was so honored to be here. God, I really have extreme cyberpunk brain. We're in for this world, all these characters, and everyone here at this table. Gosh, I'm just happy that we made it. If you want to see me anywhere else, look up Dare to Dream RPG. That is DARE, the number 2, DREAM RPG. I am writer, editor, sensitivity consultant, musician, performer. I do too many things. Currently, I've been writing a Substack so I can talk about games and just like the parts of games that make my brain go burr. Hopefully, you can expect a new entry from that Substack this week. And love all of y'all.
Hell yeah. And next up, we have Fabian.
Howdy, everybody. My name's Fabs. You can find me at Rockets and Pens for comic stuff, and here at Bad House RPG for TTRPG stuff. I do producing, performing, and GMing. Catch me on Tuesday for ET1 by night while we come back from our break. And yeah, check out our Patreon. We're going to be releasing a few new game things there. And check out our Discord as well if you want to discuss Cyberpunk with us, with our community and also the cast. And yeah, this was a fun game. Enjoyed it thoroughly. This is my first time being able to play Cyberpunk, and thank you for the experience. I'm gonna pass it over to C.
Oh wow! First of all, thank you so much for an incredible session, an incredible game to you, Piper, and also to my fellow castmates. What an I genuinely loved that so much. Like, I truly did. This is my first time playing Cyberpunk, first time in the world, and I could not truly be happier. That was amazing. So thank you so much, everyone. My name is C. I use they, them pronouns. You can find me making very trans, very gay art on the internet at CPlaysRPG. If you want to follow my side art account, where I mostly just retweet other artists, you can follow at a gay blood hunter. Otherwise, you can always find me over on Saturdays at 8 p.m. US Eastern Time on Transplanar RPG. If you don't know, Transplanar is an all-transgender person of color-led, 100% homebrew, actual play, dark fantasy actual play series set in a non-colonial, anti-Orientalist multiverse. We're changing it up because Campaign 2 is coming up. Check out Transplanar's Twitter tomorrow for the very first of our cast reveals. We're revealing our GM, and I'm pretty sure everyone knows who that is, but it'll be fun to do anyway. We have lots of reveals coming up throughout the entire month of June through Pride Month, and we are premiering Campaign 2 on Saturday, June 24th at 8 p.m. US Eastern Time, which is going to be so exciting. I am unhinging my jaw and swallowing my microphone. So tune in for that. Check it out over on Twitter. If you liked what I did here, you like what I do pretty much ever. So if you want to see what else I'm in, check me out over on Twitter, and that will be all for me.
Yeah, and thank you all so much again for tuning in. We love you all so much, and make sure to come back on Tuesday for 8:01 by night. I hope you all have a wonderful time. Make sure to stay safe and run and jack out of the net properly and use the safety protocols. Anyway, have a wonderful rest of your night, great rest of your week, and we'll see you soon. Goodbye.